Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. Pardon me, I just yawned. I'm going to be doing the collective for today. Today is Thursday. It is April 30th, 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, we freaking love that for you. God's kiss. I was just going to say chef's kiss. I don't ever say that. Have I ever said that? I don't think I've ever said that. It's God's kiss. It's God. If it resonates, it's God's kiss. That's God telling you. That's your story. If it doesn't, leave it on the table for someone else. Don't take on energy that wasn't meant for you. Maybe somebody's going to get kissed by a chef. I mean, I don't think that really applies here. I mean, we're not making food. I don't do recipes. This is a tarot reading. Chef's kiss. Maybe it's because I was just in the kitchen. We're using the Urban Crow Oracle by MJ Cullinane. I just got mine off Amazon, but you can try heyhouse.com. I think MJ Cullinane has their own website, I want to say. Or they could do everything through Etsy. I don't know. I don't think I've ever looked for that. I should look for that, right? I think I said before I was going to look. We got 3 on the table. This is what the box looks like, in case you forgot, or in case you're new here. In case you're new to tarot, welcome in. I never say that. So maybe somebody new is going to watch. I don't know. Okay, what is with all the anger? Is it okay? First of all, let me say the moon last night. Is it the new moon or the full moon in Scorpio? Full moon in Scorpio or new moon in Scorpio? I should look that up. The moon was beautiful last night, y'all. I was sleeping and I kind of woke up like I was kind of like a quarter of awake, and I could see the light shining through my blinds, my shades, and I was like, I immediately woke up and I was like, and when I got up this morning to go to work, to get ready to go to work, and you can always see the moon right through my little bathroom window, which is one of the reasons why I love that little bathroom window. And I just do what I always do. I tell the moon I love it and I give it a kiss, and that's all I can do. Anyway, what is with the anger? Is it the moon? Is it the season now that we're in Taurus season? Is it because Aries season is over? Because even I feel like I've been more angry lately. Seriously. Like yesterday when I was driving, I didn't tell you guys this yesterday. Yesterday when I was driving, I had my emergency brakes activated on my car twice. The first time, okay, fine. Like I got a little too close. I mean, I wasn't close enough to hit the car, but the emergency brake activated. And then I was leaving Walgreens getting some eye drops that the doctor recommended, and I was going down the road and there was a truck in front of me, and I was going to get in the left turn lane to turn left. I missed the light, so it didn't matter, but I was going to go around the truck, and like I literally put on my turn signal and was going to go around, and my car activated the emergency brake, and I'm like, and I freaked out and I slammed on the brake with my foot because I'm like, what are you doing? I was like, are you crazy? Oh my God. And then I was swearing up a storm and I was yelling at the car, uh, and I just know that like the last probably week or two, like I've just been like angry. Like I will just go through like bouts of anger, like where I'm just like so pissed off for like an hour at a time, a couple hours at a time. And I feel like I'm stewing. But then when I come out of it, I'm like, I don't know what that was even about. Like, I don't even know. Somebody's pissed off. Somebody's pissed off and wants to cause like some type of commotion. they know if they do this, we got 4 on the table, 1 in reverse. They know if they do this, if they like cause this chaos. I just heard reach out. So maybe somebody's going to reach out to you. They know it's going to cause chaos, but they're pissed off. They're going to reach out. And for whoever they're reaching out and for themselves, I don't usually do this, but it's going to cause some upheaval. It's just going to cause more chaos. We're going to do 2 more shuffles after this. I just heard someone's an idiot. They're not thinking correctly. Like they're letting their anger cloud their judgment. And they're thinking all these, I'm just going to show you the card. They're thinking all these chaotic thoughts, all these weird ideas, and it's like they know they're going to do something about it. They know that they're going to like say something or do something, and it's just going to it's basically going to cause like a tower moment between them and another person, or them and a community, or I don't know. I have no idea. Let's do 2 more shuffles. I think I did 1, but let's do 2 more. Last shuffle. That makes sense. 5 with bottom of the deck, 1 card in reverse. Somebody, yeah, bottom of the deck. Somebody wants to pick a fight. Somebody's trying to pick a fight, man. And I don't know, like, the top of the deck is sacred space, risk, exposed, mischief, resistance. Whoever this person goes towards with this bullshit, that person is going to protect themselves. They're going to protect their energy. Even if they don't respond, right? Like, I haven't even finished showing you guys the cards, but like, let's say somebody were to come towards me and, try and start some shit and be like, "Oh, you're dating Tony? Yeah, I'm dating Tony too. What do you think about that?" Whoever says that to me, right? Let's say Tanya tells me that she's dating Tony too. I'm not going to respond. It might cause me some some, like, well, is she telling the truth? Might cause me some heartache, might cause me some, mental anguish, but I'm not going to respond. Like, somebody's going to do their best to not entertain bullshit. Yeah, because like somebody's space is at risk. Somebody's personal sacred space is at risk because somebody's going to expose some type of mischief. But whoever this is, they're going to resist it. They're going to be like, "No, I don't believe you. No, I don't want to talk about it. No, that's okay. I don't need to hear about it." You know what's funny about that? And I'm just going to say it. I was at work and I was thinking about a situation that, well, I don't know that anything has happened, but I got this feeling today. And I was picking at my station and I kept thinking that my friend was going to come up to me and tell me that somebody said something to her about what happened today. And I was going to be like, "You know what? So and so, I don't want to hear about it." And I don't. I just like I'm done with all the gossip and the drama at work. Like, if you subscribe, you guys know I was in love with the guy. the younger guy at work last year, and him and I don't talk. Actually, we were picking 2 stations apart today. Um, him and I don't talk, and that's just fine. Like, I go about my day, I go about my life. I don't talk to the 2 friends that I used to be friends with. That's fine. I don't have a problem helping them if they need something work wise, or I don't have a problem asking if I need help. You know what I mean? Work is work. But personal level, like, I don't want anything to do with them because there's drama around them as it is, all kinds of gossip going on about them. So I just, like, I removed myself from the situation, and I just had this thought that my friend was going to come up to me today and be like, hey, so and so is talking about this situation and blah blah blah, and I was going to be like, no, I don't want to hear about it. Like, I already had it in my head, like, hey, so and so, don't tell me, I don't want to know. And I think whoever this is that has all this coming towards them, all this anger, all this chaos coming towards them, like, they just don't want to know. Okay, let me show you the cards. We've got Wrath. We got Anticipation. This was interesting because this was like a lot of feeling and a lot of stuff up front. Upheaval. And I think because I felt the need to talk about it faster, you guys know I usually wait until I show you the cards and I say my little spiel. I think this is, and I don't like to do timing. You guys know I don't like to do timing. God is in charge of timing, divine timing. But I think this is coming in fast for somebody. We've got Growth in the reverse. And let me tell you this too. You guys know, if this is for me, you'll be hearing about it this weekend. You'll be hearing about it this weekend. Bottom of the deck is Grief. And like I said, we had those 5 cards at the top, which I think is going to be the person's response. Feminine, and again, whoever this angry person is, like, they want like war. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. So let me tell you a little bit about the situation that happened today. And it really wasn't a situation. It's just, I feel like tomorrow somebody's going to come up to me and ask me a question because nobody said anything today. So we had our branch meeting at work, and in the branch meeting, at the end of the meeting, they recognize all the employees that have their anniversary. Really nice. Everybody gets, everybody that has their birthday in that month, so April, gets a birthday cupcake or a little bundt cake from Nothing Bundt Cakes, whatever they decide to do. And then they recognize promotions, people that get promoted within the warehouse. And then they recognize Employee of the Month. Okay. Last month, I was nominated. I did not win. I was nominated. The guy that I was in love with last year was also nominated. He also did not win. Doesn't matter. Last month, I cast my vote for this month. I nominated one of the other guys in our department. He's like a lead in training. They kind of like, they write him rough, you know? Like, he doesn't get paid. He doesn't get paid anything extra. He gets paid less than what I get paid because I've been there longer. And he does a hell of a lot more work, right? So I just thought it would be nice to recognize him. So I took the chance and nominated him, not really knowing if he would win. The funny thing is because I'm blessed and because God loves me and because I have favor, I'm just joking. I mean, I am not joking, but I am joking. Most of my nominations in the past have won. I think there was only one person that didn't win, and that was because whoever won was nominated by multiple people. And my friend, last month I was nominated. I nominated one of my friends in the department the month before, and she won. So I nominated this gentleman for this month, and it's the last thing that they do at the branch meeting, and he won. And when he went, like, they showed it was 2 nominees. So they showed the 2 nominees' names, and they're like, oh, you know, this is so and so, and they work here, and this is so and so, and they work here, and the winner is. And the funny thing is when they change the slide on the projection, the little screen thing through the computer, the person that nominates the nominee comes up first, because it's supposed to be like, like who nominated them and who won, right? So my name came up like, oh, nominated by, and then his name came up. When I tell you, I was sitting at a table, okay, with a guy friend from another department, and then my friend was sitting next, like behind me, but next to me. And I was kind of facing out. I was sitting on my chair sideways, facing out. And then the guy I nominated was sitting at the other table, but like right next to me. The guy that I was in love with, literally 2 tables over, with the 2 women that I was friends with, and a bunch of other people. I swear to God, when he won, I was like, yes, yes. Because I was so excited. Like, I really think he really deserves it. I could feel daggers. I could feel daggers being thrown at me. Like, literally just like energetic, like, you nominated him? And it's not even because they don't like him. They do like him. Everybody likes him. He's a nice guy. He does his job, and he's helpful. And he wants to be promoted at some point. He wants to move up, which you got to give him credit for, because I would not want to move up there. They're giving me daggers because I nominated him. If one of them had nominated him, if one of the women that I was friends with had nominated him, it would be like, oh, we nominated him. But because I nominated him, it was like, why did she nominate him? What's going on there? How come she nominated him? She doesn't even like him. She doesn't even talk to him. And I could just feel like the energy change in the room a little bit, like there was a little more hostility. And later on, when we went on our second break of the day, they were all looking at me. They were all sitting in the chairs or whatever, taking their break, and they were all looking at me. And the gentleman that won, the guy that I nominated, he came up to me and he's like, oh, thanks for nominating me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, you deserve it. I'm like, I'm happy you won. And that was it. Like, I don't even really consider him like a friend. It's more like a work colleague, like a boss in training. Like, so I just had this feeling all day that my friend who had been sitting at the table with me, because she was picking next to the guy that I was in love with, I just had this feeling that he was going to say something to her and she was going to come over and try and tell me something. And I was going to be like, nope, don't want to hear it. I don't want the drama. I don't want whoever this angry person is going towards this other person. They don't want it. They don't want it. Like I said, when I use the example, like, let's say, Tanya is coming to me saying that she's seeing Tony, but I'm seeing Tony. I don't want to hear it. Like, I'll ask Tony and I'll read his face and I'll know whether he's telling the truth or not. And then I can make my decision to leave or kick him in the ass, right? Like, I don't want to hear it from a third party. I don't care what a third party has to say. Or maybe I'm the third party, but whatever. Like, I don't care what Tanya has to say. I'm not going to listen to anything she has to say anyway. I'm going to hear it from the horse's mouth. And I think whoever this is, like, this is just someone trying to protect their peace. Like, this is, like I said, like how I don't want to be involved in stuff like that at work. Whoever this is, whatever this is, this person does not want to be involved in this. Like, don't include me in this. I don't want to be in the drama. This growth card in the reverse. Whoever this angry person is, they're not growing. They're not healing. They're not moving. They're probably stagnant. They're probably idealists. Idealists. That didn't really sound quite right. There's definitely nothing growing between these two people. Like, if they're friends, like, they're probably no longer friends. If they're family, they're probably not in contact. If they're ex-lovers, whatever the situation is, because it's going to be different for everyone, right? if they're ex-lovers, like they have no interest in each other, or technically they shouldn't. There's no growth in whatever that relationship is. I think that was the litter box I heard out there, but it sounded weird. I always hear weird noises here. I know I have haunted stuff in my condo, yo. And I think whoever the person is that has all of this coming towards them, the growth is in reverse for them, because like I said, they don't want to be involved in that. That is not growth. That is not healing. Whatever this is, whatever this is not at all anything that that person wants to be involved in. Like, they're self-focused, self-driven, you know? Like, they don't, like I said, they're protecting their peace. They don't want to be involved in whatever this is. Even if it technically involves them, like, like my example, right? Like, Tanya comes to me and says she's dating Tony, but I'm dating Tony. Again, I don't need to hear that from you. Like, if I'm suspicious of Tony, like, I'm going to ask, and I'm going to know the answer. You know, God will give me that nudge. God will push me in that direction. And let's say Tanya comes in and says, "Hey, by the way, like, I'm seeing Tony too." What if she's lying? What if she's being karmic, toxic, trying to steal Tony away and figuring she'll plant some centipede in my head so that, I break up with Tony so she can have Tony? Like, like, I just want to protect my peace. I don't want to be involved in that stupidity. And me personally, at the end of the day, if that was a true scenario, the whole Tanya and Tony thing, I probably would just walk away from both of them at some point. Because who comes up to you and claims to be in a relationship with your person if they're not? And why would that even be a scenario in regards to your person? You know what I mean? Like, to me, like, that just screams like I gotta let both of them go. I gotta walk away and find something else or someone else, or be alone. Like, like, seriously, because that's how much I value my peace and quiet. Like, I don't want to be a part of this. I think the fact that this person is trying to protect their peace, but they have to see these things unfold and happen, and people trying to pull them into drama and bullshit, I think it's really upsetting. And I mean, hello, I've been there. How many times have I been there? It is upsetting. It it is grief. The thing is eventually you get to a point where shit keeps happening, and you're just like, yeah, like I said, like, I would just release Tony and Tanya. Like, bye. Like, I don't love Tony that much. Like, you want him, you can have him. Like, I don't even know why this is a scenario. Yeah, I would feel bad. I'd be heartbroken. But at the end of the day, like I said, my peace is more important. And we're all humans. We all experience grief. But if you can prevent grief for yourself, you're going to do that. You're not going to be constantly putting yourself in harm's way, in the drama, in the fray. I think whoever this is that's angry, that's trying to start drama, trying to start chaos, I think they're going to find at the end of the day, this shit isn't going to work. They're going to feel like an idiot, right? Isn't that what I said earlier? They feel they're an idiot. Is that what I said? They're going to feel like an idiot, and they're going to be even more upset because whatever they tried to pull off, it doesn't work. It doesn't take off. There's no takeoff, there's no landing. Like, it's just like, whoever this angry person is, though, if they feel, when the situation comes about and they feel like they're not getting the attention they need, like things aren't going in the direction that they had hoped, they're going to try and send some evil eyes, some dark spells, dark magic, something. Because I'm looking at this evil eye. I think it's supposed to be flowers, but they look like evil eye. Like this person is like, they're not, I don't want to say they're mentally unstable, but I mean they could be. It just gives like, it gives like that blinding rage. Like just so fucking angry. Like you can't like pat it down or pin it down, or you can't try and like conceal it, and you know what I mean, like somebody is just so freaking angry, like this is somebody, like you could literally be walking down the street and just happen to glance over and see this person, and just like literally you wouldn't even, I don't even think you would need to make contact. You would look at them and you'd be like, man, that person is angry. Like just the way their body movements are, all that stuff. It just gives, it screams like rage, like internal rage. What kills me is they're doing this shit on purpose with this anticipation. Like they know they're coming to somebody with some bullshit. And like I said, it could be the truth, it could be lies, it could be, a half and half situation. It doesn't matter. Like they don't need to be doing what they're doing. They just don't. And I don't know, I'm thinking about um if you subscribe, not last year but the year before, when I had the incident with the woman at work, and I treated her like shit, but it took me like a couple weeks to realize my part in the situation and take accountability for myself, because I was just mean as hell to her. And when we originally had our interaction, I told myself that I was mean to her because she's mean to me and mean to everybody else. Um, but then, like, when I really thought about it, and I really went within and, not manifested, meditated, all that stuff, I just really realized, like, I just shouldn't have done what I did. Like, like I hurt her and I upset her, and I would never want to intentionally do that to someone. Even like, I've said this before, like even my enemies, like I don't, it's not me, like, and for me to even say my enemy, like I don't really have any enemies. I don't really consider anybody an enemy. Even people that have done me wrong, all the crazy situations I've been in, the abuse, the rapes, the sexual assaults, like I really just hope that all of those people involved are just like healing and living their best life and not doing the things that they did to me. The thing is that situation with the woman, like I learned my lesson. I took accountability. I try not to do that to anybody else, right? Like whoever this is, they don't take accountability for their actions. This is somebody that probably does this on the regular basis. Gets pissed off at somebody, gets pissed off at a situation, decides they're going to go in and say something or do something to a person, to a community, whatever, wanting to create chaos, wanting to look like an idiot, like like wanting to like throw some shit out there. And then at the end of the day, it just doesn't work out for them. And it's going to continue to not work out for them because you just don't do shit like that. And like I said, everybody's human and everybody's healing. Everybody's learning. Everybody's experiencing pretty much the same experiences, just at a different rate, on a different path, at a different time. But here's the thing. like when you're healing, you learn from your mistakes and you try your damnedest not to make that same mistake again. This is somebody that they don't learn. Like this is somebody that would do this to this one person and then like 6 months later do this to somebody else. And 3 months later do it to another person. That's why their growth is in the reverse. I'm seeing the color purple. It might be significant. Okay. And I'm okay, the color purple, like literally somebody might like the color purple. And now I heard the movie. So maybe somebody likes the movie, or maybe the movie resonates for somebody in this type of situation. I can't remember. Y'all, that movie came out when I was a kid, and I remember I watched it when it first came to TV or HBO. We always had HBO as a kid. My family always had HBO on the cable, but on the cable. Um I remember watching it like once, I think, with my mom and dad, but I don't even really remember a lot of it. Wasn't it like the woman's husband slept with her sister or something? Was that it? I I know um God, I can't remember his name. I cannot remember his name, but he was abusive to his wife, right? And the sister? I can't remember. It was Danny Glover. It was Danny Glover. And it was Oprah Winfrey, right? Right? Whoopi Goldberg? Like I said, I only ever watched it once, and I was a kid, so I don't even remember most of it. And throughout the years, like when it was on TV, and I remember catching like bits and pieces, but I never went back and watched the whole thing. I just remember my mom telling me that it was really sad. I remember that. Um yeah, The Color Purple, the movie The Color Purple might be significant. I just heard something about window boxes, like for plants. Like you have those little like boxes on your windows, but you put your plants in there. And I think I think I've talked to you guys about this before. I used to collect dollhouses through Playmobil, and there was a Victorian dollhouse, and they had little window boxes, and you'd make the little flower bouquets. It's all plastic, and then you'd put the window box would snap onto the outside of the window. I'm picturing something like that, but like real, like a almost like a house like in London, like they have those row houses with like little window boxes. That is what a window box is, right? Or is that called something else? Okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave it there. I think I'm gonna leave it there. You know what's funny? I will before I check out on this. Was it yesterday or the day before where I had those readings that were angry? It was yesterday where I had those readings that were angry. Can I tell you, those readings really got me going. Like I was angry, like I could feel the rage. This, I don't feel this. I can see it. I can even hear it, but I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting how that works. Because yesterday, those two readings, like I was so irritated and angry. Like I kid you not. All right. I'm leaving it there. Take how it resonates. I hope it was interesting. I hope you were entertained. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.